Hey there, beautiful Earth Angel. Elvia Rowe here, founder of AngelsTeach.com, where I teach inspired folks who are struggling with a sense of purpose, with knowing why they're here, with really understanding their own truth and how to connect with their divine wisdom, their angels within, so that they can be who they're truly here to be and do what they're truly here to do. So thank you for joining me here today. My birthday is this weekend, and anyone who knows me knows that I love birthdays. Anybody's birthday, I just love to celebrate because it's life, right? It's why we're here, and it's meant to be a joyful experience and journey. So I'm a little focused this weekend on the whole giving aspect of things here. And what I want to share with you this week is the number one thing that I wish to impart upon all of my students, all who ask, really. And it's certainly something that I pray I've taught my children well. And it is this. It's very simple, although not always easy to understand. And it's to know your yes. What is your divine aligned yes in any given moment? Because that really is the keys to the kingdom. Knowing what your yes is brings you that alignment, that connection with the flow of life and what you're here to do and who you're here to be. I believe very strongly that in any given moment that there's only one yes. And that everything else, and there's a lot of things in our current world, our pretty stressful modern society, that are pulling at our attention and really calling for us to be distracted. All those other things, and there are a lot of them, are no's. And that there's only one yes in this moment. And when you can tune into what that yes is for you, every single decision lines up for you. And again, you find yourself in the flow. You find yourself in the rhythm of life, really. So when you are feeling chaotic or confused or unclear about life, what you are transmitting to the universe, that vibration that you're putting out there, is, I don't know what I want. Right? We've all been there. I've been there. In fact, I'm going to tell you a little anecdote in a moment about being there just this past week. And it's okay, right? It happens really for one of two reasons. The first reason is that we know what we want. We know what that yes is, but we're fighting it for some reason. For whatever reasons, usually, maybe even always, because of conditioning, beliefs that we have, good example is it can be really hard for folks to take a break in the middle of the day if they really need one, because there's that script that can kick in of, well, really successful people never take a break during the day. And that's just one of a bazillion different examples. But, knowing what your yes is and actually feeling the freedom and the permission even to act on it, or, can be a different thing. The second option here is that you don't have a clue what your yes is, that it's really been lost for a while, or maybe it's so sporadic how you experience it that there's a real disconnection from self. And I understand there are a lot of folks that fall into this category as well because, it's a very loud environment that we live in, a loud world, and loved ones who may very well be well-intending can be putting demands on us that don't feel truthful to us. So knowing our aligned yes, it could be at odds with what other people want for us or are demanding from us. And then the third option is really, it's a combination. It's sort of a mix of both of those things that, sometimes what your yes is, but you're not giving yourself permission to act upon it, to live it out. And at other moments, you're just like, I have no clue. And are completely disconnected from it. And it's okay, it's the human experience, the human journey. And, that's really what my mission is here at Angels Teach, and those teaching with me, is to help you with this. So here's the little anecdote I want to share with all of you as an example of my losing my yes and how I found it. Peter and I just got back from the Caribbean on Sunday night, and I knew it was going to be a really busy week and busy month. There's a lot going on here at Angels Teach, and so I had set aside Monday to get things organized in my world, doing laundry, grocery shopping, all of that sort of thing, because on top of things really being very lively and full here at Angels Teach, we have a wedding that we're hosting on our property for our son and our daughter-in-law in August. And I'm also facilitating or officiating really the memorial service for my father in June. So there's a lot of big personal stuff that's happening at the same time as a lot of big Angels Teach stuff. And how I get through that is by staying very close to my yes, right? My guidance. So I found myself, dry or broken, wet laundry around the dining room, and just a lot going on Tuesday afternoon. I was just like, I was just kind of fried. And so as I realized, because awareness is step number one, as I became aware that I was not clear what my yes was, and I was really feeling a little out of sorts, I knew that the only thing I could do was to sit my butt down on the meditation couch and really, really deeply plug in, to let go of all the noise and to reclaim my yes. And so I did that for about 15 minutes, and my yes became very clear. In my meditation, my angels shared with me what my next right step was, what I could let go of, what I needed to accomplish that day, and really helped to bring my energy back to the flow and focused on my yes. So I found it. But I understand it can take a lot of work in our especially fast-paced society to stay tuned with what our yes can be. The thing is, and what I really want to emphasize here, is that energy is very specific and it's highly targeted. So it responds to how you are feeling in every moment, which puts a responsibility on all of us, because what we put out is what we get back. So when we're not specific, when we're not targeted with what we want, and we're not clear with our intentions, and we're not in tune with how we are feeling, what we get back may not be what we want, may not be the yes that feels good, that we know to be aligned. So my gift to you, my sharing for this week, is to really invite you to stay in tune with what feels right to you, body, mind, and spirit, because that is your yes. What feels so right, so yes, on a very deep cellular level, because that's how you live a life that feels really yummy. Again, keys to the kingdom wisdom here, people. And I get it. A lot of people need help with this, and it's why we're here. So if you're interested in learning more about what we can do to help you, please just respond to this video or the email or on the blog, and I'd love to talk to you about whatever it is that we can do to help you. And wishing you so much love, happy spring, love having the days growing longer again. Much, much love to you. Be well. Until next time.